Legacies are not built from average. They're not built from the safe choice, the path of least resistance, the could-haves, or the maybes. Elevate above the pain, the resistance, and the forces that don't want you to win. Legacies are not built from average. They're built when they're earned.
Say you have a friend come into the gym and they're like, I'm gonna make the CrossFit Games, and you're gonna be like, alright, this is what you have to do.
Yeah, okay. I think the hardest thing about making the games is you have to constantly show up.
Can you give us a little bit more?
I was just trying to make a sound bite. But no, I think what I mean by just constantly showing up is like, even though you might be feeling tired, you might be feeling like you're not in the mood, you also might be wanting to go to a friend's event, like it might be a wedding or a baby shower or something that you would obviously prefer to go to because it's like with family and friends, and you know you want to socialize. They're the days that you actually have to miss out on and say, look, you know, I have to go in the gym and train. You know, for me, knowing that I could be at home cuddling Willow on the couch, or you know, doing something fun with her outside, I can't just, you know, do that this season because I have a goal of standing on top of the podium at the end of the season, and so I know what it takes to be able to do that, and I have to make those decisions that are going to make sure I'm standing on top of the podium at the end of the season. So constantly showing up and getting after it and putting in your best effort every single day is the hardest thing.
What's up with this tier competition I see that you guys are doing?
Yeah, well, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. But still, out of season, you know, right?
I know,
after
yeah.
the games?
It was quite early for Tia to sign up to something like that. I think making up for the lost time that she didn't have the 2023 year. And I think it's just something that it seems like a great competition. I think they're very mindful, respectful that it is an off-season competition. There's multiple series and events going on, meaning like it'll be 1v1, teams, 2v2. So that means like, sure, it might be 14 or however many workouts, but they'll, for the whole spit of the fans, but for the one-on-one athletes themselves, they may do half the workout. So it's not as grueling as it may look like on paper, and plus I know Tia's always loved the invitationals that CrossFit used to do. So this is like reenacting that, or allowing those guys, best of the best, to sort of merge and come together and take on a bigger challenge, which is cool.
Do you put a lot of thought into what competitions you actually do?
No, I don't. Like, I think that's Tia's call, right? Like, I would probably personally love to see more off seasons taken more seriously, of just like downtime. But it's certainly up to her, and I think that she likes competing at Rogue, and absolutely I like being there too. It's her call, and I know this one now, the Tia Cup, is on the card for sure.
About the Huck 2 lady? Yeah. What do you think of her?
What do you mean, what do I think of her?
I don't know.
She's one of your country friends.
She says you sound like her. Let's be real.
No, Caroline sounds way better. But I just do think like I could imagine you being like, you know.
Do you know what she's referencing?
Nah.
Oh, so that's not.
Is this a bad thing?
You really not know.
I don't know. I mean, we were talking about it the other day, but like, she just spits, right?
Get the film.
Oh, we need to cut. Now I'm picking out what we're putting down.
You've not seen the whole video.
If you watch the whole video, you understand.
Oh, I just thought she was on Broadway, and someone randomly asked her to like a question, and then she's just like spat or something, and now she's on Zach Ryan.
If you didn't see the whole.
I'm so sorry though. I did not know you do that. Oh, sorry.
You're good. Do we know the 2021?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I beat it by like, I think it's just over a minute, like a minute and 3 seconds, I'm pretty sure. Because like when I did it at the games, granted there was more transitions and stuff. Like I would say we're probably a little bit further. Well, maybe not, I don't know. But we had to progress through the field, like I think at rounds like 5 downwards. So like that transition would have played into it. But you know, competition, you always like push a bit harder as well. And this one, last time I think I just tried to go unbroken, not realizing how much the weight would really catch up. And then also like my like shoulder stamina as well. When you push the weight and go unbroken, you fatigue yourself that much more, so then like your wall walks are going to be slower. So I fixed up those, and that's something that I learned on that workout a few years back. And I think I definitely had a better strategy today. So and it like showed and played off.
Season, how many games workouts do you do?
I look back at like a lot of the archive and see where Tia was relative to the field, and I'd like to revisit some of them. I think I watched them on the floor. I recall watching this one particularly. This is the 10 down to 1 thrusters and wall walks. I think I got the order wrong, but I remember watching this going, we'll need to do this again. I know she wouldn't, and I know I'm not happy with the strategy we did there. I remember it being a very muggy or like sweaty atmosphere where people potentially were sliding on the descent of their wall walks. And I just wasn't happy with the strategy and the execution on that one. So I wanted to retest that one. And here we are now bringing it back. But in terms of like collectively the whole team, it's more like time domain and formats.
Yeah.
I think so. The biggest thing is making sure that we cover time domains and making sure that we are considerate of all those buckets, and then the combinations too, where this is just shoulder on shoulder. I think that's a great challenge, and I think that's a realistic one. We haven't seen that really being played out throughout the season thus far. But to answer your question, man, it's like the last 2 years have really thrown spanners in everyone's works, right? Like just with the programming being so completely different in terms of work capacity and the skills required. Now that we've got Dave back to programming, I think work capacity is at the forefront of his mind, and this is something where these games athletes can do thrusters at 135 and wall walks. It's like, okay, like who can keep their wall walks at a constant cadence and minimize their thrusters. So it's finding workouts like that can challenge these guys and where they're at too.